It's never a shortcut, it's never a quick buck. You gotta do the work, son. It's never a shortcut, but gotta do the work, side. Like your life depends on it. Try. Ain't no time to sleep on it.
So when he had dined, saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved, because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
It's never a shortcut, it's never a quick buck. You gotta do the work, son. It's never a shortcut, it's never a quick buck. You gotta do the work, side. Like your life depends on it. Try. Ain't no time to sleep on it.
So special.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers in peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, and my brother Ayashamat. All right, and I got the two beloved brothers, all right, down there at the base St. Louis, the other Mississippi camp. And me and the brother Iwataza was, chopping up in the spirit this weekend, and just speaking about how we're chosen to be leaders of Israel. All right. And that lot comes with responsibility. Okay, because this society, teaches that the one is in charge, is carefree, gets all the perks. Okay, but really the one that has the most authority has the most responsibility. Okay, because you gotta think about it. We call the Most High, but look at what he's responsible for every day. The scriptures say that a bird, doesn't go hungry, all right, because of the Heavenly Father. You see, can you imagine having the responsibility of feeding every creature, okay, in the earth? You see, it's because he's the Most High. So leadership comes with a responsibility first, then you enjoy the perks. And that's why Yahweh Shema Shah is getting his men in order, through this grace period so we can be ready to lead, okay, in whatever capacity is meant for us to lead in the time to come. Okay. So y'all brothers had anything? If I want to open up.
I got a quick precept to open up with.
Okay, I put it up on the blue letter. What is it?
2 Timothy 2:15.
Okay, come. Let me hold on real quick. All right, so this you said 2 Timothy 2:15.
Come on.
Come on, brother. I'll read and you can break it down.
Okay, come on.
This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
And that's going to all of us, man. You know, like the title for the lesson is, you know, how much more so the leaders, man. We have to be on point, man. You know, the ones that the Lord has chosen to be leaders over Israel, the heads, the second in command, man, third in command. We have to be on point, so therefore we can feed the men that come in up under us. So that comes with us taking out more of our time to be studying, to be getting into the scriptures, learning the scriptures, applying the scriptures, man. So therefore, when brothers come to us, you know, we can explain it to them, break it down to them, or, you know, hey, brothers ask us a question on, you know, why you move like this or why you do that. Hey, it's according to the scriptures, man. You know. And when we out there on the highways and byways teaching as well, like, hey, somebody come up, hey, we gotta have an answer. Because the brothers gonna look to, if they don't, the younger brothers don't have the answer, they're gonna expect and look to the older brothers in the camp to have the answer, man. You know, so we don't be confounded as a whole, man. And that gives brothers inspiration, man, to want to do more and grow more, man, and to study more. But the world tell you, as the scriptures in the spirit, we have to lead by example, man. And we don't have no greater examples other than, you know, the men of old, Yahweh Shah, and the other ancient men of old in the scriptures, than what? The men on the earth right now, our apostles and elders, man. They are examples because they're moving in the spirit and power Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Tending to the flock, man. You know, not being goddamn hirelings. You know, they doing it through the spirit of power Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Out of faith, man. You know, you got it, bro.
And they segue right into Luke. You know, it's like you were saying, bro. Hold on real quick. With that Luke, I'll pull it up and then Lahab, you can read it. I'm gonna get that Luke 12:48. And then, like I said, they link up is what the brother was going into, man. You know, because you can read it, then we'll expound on it, bro. Luke 12:48.
All right. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
So him that knew not, okay, and did things worthy of stripes is gonna be beaten. It's gonna be beaten, okay, with few stripes. You know, Jake, in the world that don't care, all right, they have no consideration about who they are, you know, they're gonna get punished, but they're gonna get beat with few stripes. But those that know, okay, our punishment is more severe, okay, because we were set up in a lot, okay, to be leaders. And that's another thing, like the consequences of leaders and everyone else is different. You see, if, you know, a wide receiver, you know, drop 2 touchdown passes in the season, he might get benched or he might not be part of the playbook as much. But if the coach have a losing season, okay, that nigga out of there, man. You see why? Because he has a lot to where he doesn't have a lot of room for error. The general manager, you know, they don't have a lot of room for error like the players, man. You know, because they have been given a more of a responsibility. Like I say, it comes with perks, you know, when it's working well. But on the flip side, the consequences are more heavy, man. That's why the Apostle Paul was like, look, woe to me if I preach not the gospel. You know, the Most High jack brothers up instantly, man. Okay, because we don't have the room of error as everyone else, because we've been set up in particular positions, man. Going back to what you said, brother. Going back to what you said, dealing with the study to show thyself approved. Like as leaders, we have to read more than everybody. We have to watch current events more than everybody, man. We have to spend more time occupied in the ministry than anybody because we was given, these particular lots, man. And understanding that we should be getting over, the petty things, man, those nigga ways, man. Seeing that we have this type of responsibility, within the ministry, man. Because one thing our people lack is leadership, man. Okay. But there was y'all had something to say, brother?
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I had a precept to back you up, but you can.
You want me to get it for you?
I get it if you want to bring it up. Are you gonna bring it up? This is Ezekiel 3 and start at verse 17.
I got it for y'all. Pull it up. You want me to go and get it, or you want to wait?
You can get it.
Okay, come.
He
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words at my mouth and give them warning from me.
All right. Now, this is a commandment that the Lord set forth for us, man. Once you come back to who you are, once you come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, we are commanded to push his word, man. We are commanded to go out there and let our people know what's up. You got it.
It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand.
That's right, man. So, hey, getting back to that Luke 12 and 48. Hey, if you know better, you better do better, man. Because that punishment is because you knew better. You knew what it was. Okay, so you don't want to go out there. You gonna go back into the world. What that is in I believe it's in was it Proverbs where the dog returned to his vomit. This world is vomit, man, and you want to go right back to that? Okay, Most High, hey, I got something for you. I got something for that. I got something for you. But that was verse 18. You can hit 19.
Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
And that's our ending goal right there, man, to deliver ourselves from this place, man. So hey, we're supposed to do what we have to do do our job that the Lord set up for us, man. Whether it's small or great, you know what I'm saying? Whether you a leader or not, we all we all have a job to do. You know what I'm saying? But that was it though.
And if I may add, we all supposed to have that mindset of wanting to help the leader. Wanting to help our elders and apostles, man. That's a mindset, the beginning mindset, the beginning stage of setting up you being a leader, man. For you going the extra mile to help, man. Like the brother say, first in command, second in command, third, fourth. Hey, brother's supposed to be in that mindset. Okay, look, let me get more pressure off of this brother. So brothers come around, I deal with this brother. Okay. Trickling down. That's why it starts with the heads. Look, start with our apostles and elders, man. They give us the breakdown, the knowledge. They show their faith by their works. And we grow from that. We grasp that. And through the Spirit, rivers of living water. It's supposed to flow down, man. Flow down, man. And everybody's supposed to be getting water. Everybody's supposed to flourish and want to help one another. That's a leadership mentality, as well as us being leaders of the earth, man. Of these fucking people, man. Not even just these heathens as well, because the scripture, matter of fact, grab that for me. I'm about to push out Deuteronomy, I believe it's 4, and you can start at like 5 or 6. If I may,
Yeah, y'all brothers rock out, man. I'll just post the scriptures up as y'all go through it. You know.
Deuteronomy 4 and you said 8?
4 and 5. Sorry,
4 and 5. Sorry. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. It says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye shall do so in the land whither ye go to possess it."
Because did not the Lord make us gods? You know, so that for us to be chosen as first Israelites and then the elect of Israel, Lord willing, we are part of that. You know, that number stone our apostle it was on down to us. We have a great responsibility, man, that the Lord has laid upon us, man. You know, so hey, the scriptures tell us when you come to serve the Lord, prepare our soul for temptation, man. That's letting you know, look, hey, it's not going to be easy, man. Right. You know, before we got on live, the elder brother Yashi, what he said, with the camera was fucking up, Satan ain't going to make it easy. It's not going to be easy, but hey, we have to learn from the examples that's being made. So, hey, from the scriptures as well as the men that we see, we hear. You know, we able to visit. They're examples, man. They've been doing it this long, 30 plus years, you know, 35 plus years, 30, 20, 15, you know, on down, man. Like, hey, we have to follow that destruction that's being laid out through the Spirit, man. And want to add to it and build, man, through the Spirit. You know, you got it, bro.
Verse 6. "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." Right.
So we have a greater responsibility as being Israelites and first and foremost being chosen from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to teach this word, man. You know, because look back then, hey, we got it the worst. The scripture tells us they are not in trouble like other men. We the ones get our ass. That lets you know right there, man. We have a greater responsibility. Because look, when we go off, we going. Our whole nation going to slavery. Our whole nation got curses just laid out, particularly for them, for us.
Right.
These other nations ain't never went through the hell we went through. So just trickling down to a matter of head of the camp, second in command. Hey, you know, leaders, elders. We have a job to do, man.
Damn right.
And we have to be examples to the other brothers. Like, look, we have a job to do. This is more than, you know, eating chicken, getting together, drinking, shooting the shit, and all. No, we have a mindset and a station we have to goddamn work to the best of our ability, man. You know, to promote what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. You know, to grow who? The elect, man. Our brothers out would be a part of that. But that was it. You got it, bro.
I got a quick precept for you for what you said. You know how, you know, as a nation we was punished. This is Amos 3:1. It said, "Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities."
So how much more will we ate from then on to now when the Lord chose us, gave us his name, brought us back to the fold? You know, us having the positions that we have as being teachers and leaders of Israel, how much more now?
That's right.
We see how when you don't keep up with the Lord's house, how he'll bug you to hell out, kick you out, or put your ass to death, man.
Real tough.
You say, hey, we say we truly believe we want salvation, we'll be doing everything that we have, to the last drop of power that we have to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, to make it right. You know, to use the talent that the Lord has given us to promote the ministry, man, in righteousness.
Come. And just like like you said, you know, Israel as a nation, you know, was given authority. You know, and that's why we fail so hard, because, like I say, we was the leaders, okay, of the earth. You know, and the reason we failed so hard because we was given great responsibility. And what the earth is seeing is Israel being beat with many stripes. You know, I got something out the comment board I want to get. The brother put one in the NLT that hit pretty hard. It got a little bones in it, but I want to deal with the bottom half of the precept. Now, this is James 3:1 in the NLT. It's from the brother Chosen Vessel 144. It says, "Dear brothers," all right, which is just supposed to be brothers, all right, because we know women are not set up to teach. But it says, "Dear brothers, not many of you should become teachers in the church, for we who teach will be judged more strictly." You see? This ain't, people think that it's about getting views and being seen. That's why you got Jake with the fancy introductions. Okay. Here it is. Jake got these fancy introductions. Okay. The cake flying in the background. He flying. He land. He landed. He landed on Crenshaw and just started teaching. But no, man. But then when you land, you tell them that you can take the karama and repent.
Right.
You see? Like, no, like the scriptures say, to whom people commit much, they will expect the more. So if you got thousands of followers, if it's thousands and thousands of people that's watching you, guess what? You're responsible, okay, for making decisions that's going to put those people in the best position possible, man. Okay.
Right.
You don't just have those followers just to say, "Look at me, I'm that guy." Everybody, you come to campus, a crowd waiting on you to show up. That ain't what this
Right.
is about, man. Okay? And that's what this captivity is teaching us, that it's about the responsibility. That's why we learn the responsibility before we get the perks. Okay? So we can have the discipline to deal with the perks that come with being a leader, man. I got one more, and then we get back to what you brother got, man. The brother GMS Gadal One Ba Sirach 3:18 says, "The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord." And that's another thing, we're learning to be leaders with humility, not being proud, okay, not being, assholes, for the most part. Now, you do have to be firm, and sometimes, you do have to be austere, but within that, there's still humility that has to be balanced with that, man. And that's another thing we're learning, as leaders in this captivity, is humility, man, as we move, man. Y'all had anything else? I got some more.
Yeah, I got something. Unless you want to go and get yours.
Nah, we'll get what you got, bro. What you got, brother?
John 10:1. We start at 1.
John 10:1. Okay. Yeah, I'll read it for you, brother. When Jake started at the beginning of the chapter, he finna go in. All right, this is the book of St. John, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door, okay, into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber."
Right, and the scriptures teach us, which we understand, that Yahweh Shah came in the volume of the book, the word was made flesh. Yahweh Shah is the book. Yahweh Shah is the book, and the scripture teaches us there's only one way, man. And that's through Yahweh Shah, not by the law, not by pushing the law as this. You can be saved by the law. No, by grace and faith, man. And then we show our faith, by what? Our works, man. By taking up the responsibility, man. And carrying our burdens as we follow behind Yahweh Shah. Just because we say we know that the law is not going to justify, but still it teaches though. Yahweh Shah, when he kept on the scene, when he was on the scene, did he break the law? No. He established it. He told him, look, hey, your faith has made you whole.
Right.
Hey, you established the law. Okay, well look, hey, when he told the lepers, hey, go do the ceremony committed unto you by Moses, which what? Came from the law. When they had to sacrifice the leper, he made him clean, he made him whole again. They had to sacrifice a dove, do the washing. That was all one and the same. You know, so just because you believe don't mean you don't have to follow the instructions. You know, when you have when you setting up an order is what? An instruction, man. Of how things are supposed to be ran, how things are supposed to be set up. So these scriptures teach us those things, man. You know, man being with a woman, you know, woman being with a man. You know, a woman is grown when she hit the flower of her youth. You know, a young man, a boy becomes a man at 12. Don't eat things that defile your temple, that destroy your body. Fuck you follow instructions when they tell you, look, you need to put some oil in your car. You gonna put goddamn olive oil in your goddamn tank, or is you gonna put the oil that's required for the car?
Right.
You know, I mean, Jake make it more harder than what it is. The truth is simple, man. But Jake make things more harder for themselves, man, because Jake love being disobedient, out of order. Jake loves fulfilling their own personal needs and not tending to the flock. You know, you got Jakes that shit don't even give a damn about their own household. So how much more the responsibility of a nation, or how much more, like the brother said, the responsibility of you got thousands of people or hundreds of people watching your videos, waiting on your videos, man. Right. Jake can't even get past themselves, man. And these scriptures teach us how not to be self-indulgent, but to depend on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah and move according to the instructions, you know, that the Lord has given us, man, to set us up as what? Ye were gods. We were gods, man. Mm-hmm. You know, to set us up as the leaders of the earth, man, of the universe, the leader, the head nation, man. You know, there's no other way. You got it, bro. Salaki.
You want to keep reading?
Yeah, come on.
Verse 2 said, but he that entered in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep.
Right. And if I may add, Baba Kushat, hey, you'll grab me Jeremiah 3 and 15. Mm-hmm. You know, we see the examples of that, man. Starting with our apostles and elders on down, man. You know, that came the right way, man, because they still moving in the right spirit, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, constantly feeding us. No matter how the age or the time they've been doing, they still giving diligence, more diligence than some of us young men, man. Mm-hmm. You know, very edifying lessons. They talk about how they used to, we hear stories of how they used to they had to go to the library, which is encyclopedias. Yeah. Shit, we have it easy. All we gotta do is Google.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, but Jake don't even want to do that, man. You got it, bro. Salaki.
Verse 3 says to him.
I want him to grab this real quick. Salaki.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. Mm-hmm. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart,
right,
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Right. And what the Lord has done, man, he did that. Starting our apostle elders on down to his younger brothers. That's feeding us with knowledge and understanding. That's growing us, that's nurturing us, man. The right way. Not telling us that the Lord name don't matter. Not telling us that the MOTB is not the chip. Mm-hmm. You know, they giving it to us straight, man. Mm-hmm. Whether it hurt our feelings or not, this is what it needs to be. Like the brother was going, sometimes you gotta be austere, be stern, you know. But they still do it in a manner where, hey, we have no choice but to obey it, man, because it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah moving through these men, moving through us. We of the elect, man. So we gotta maintain. Hey, it's not about us. It's about the elect. Keep that mind frame, man. Hey, what he said on New Jack City, this shit bigger than Nino Brown. Right. You know, this is bigger than us, man. This is for the salvation of the elect, man, of Israel, man, for the glorifying of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And ultimately, through the Lord's mercy and grace, hey, the whole nation of Israel gonna come back in their right state of mind. But it starts with the ones that was sent forth first, man. Starting our apostle elders on down, man. But you got it out.
Come on. You want to go back into John, or you want to go?
Yeah, come on.
All right, back in St. John 10:3 says, to him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he called.
The porter is the door bearer. Matter of fact, what is it? The gatekeeper. You know, you got it, bro.
I get it on the
word. Oh yeah, come on.
In Greek for you, see what he go into. All right, the word porter in the Greek is Rus. Okay. Yep. It says a doorkeeper, a porter. Yep. A gate warden. You know. Yep.
And what is it? And what that's going to basically the leaders, man. You know, the gatekeepers, man.
Yep.
All right, you got to teach and you got to nourish brothers, man, in order for them to come through that door and you bring them up, man. You know, but you got to be that gatekeeper. You got to make sure everything is right before they come through that door, man. That's why we have a. You about to say something?
I just got a precept back of what you're saying when you get through making your point, brother.
And that's why we have is you don't just you're not supposed to just let just because they know the name of the Lord, they know a few precepts into the camp. No, man, you gotta be tried.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta be tried before you cross over and come through, man. You know, but you got it, bro. It's a lot.
This is the book of Proverbs 8:34. It says, "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors." Going back to what you're saying.
Go ahead, my fault.
Just going back to what you're saying, like as leaders, we're the gatekeepers because in ancient Israel, any ancient cities, you will have, especially of Israel, though, you will have the elders and the leaders, all right, the heads of family, different noblemen at the door, and they will control the traffic going in and out of the city. They will be actually at the gates. You couldn't just come in and out, okay? You had to state your business. You had to be approved, before you came in those gates. And right now, as leaders, pretty much we're approving what's coming in and out. Like it's certain doctrines, that we like, nah, that can't come in. There's certain things that's allowed in, there's certain things that are not allowed in, and that's the leaders at the gates, and we're doing what? Protecting the interest of the citizens, of that city, man, of the of Holy Zion, man, But you got it, brother.
Precept back here as well.
You go ahead, Graham. We're gonna continue that John a little bit more, but the brother got a quick precept.
This Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Woo. Be not hasty to credit him, man. And that's why, we really gotta have a mindset of being thorough, with how we gauge people, man. Because you can quickly give someone too much credit. Like this whole thing with Kanye. Like, come on, man. We know this nigga is a super sellout. And just because he say one or two things, like he's just really going rogue, okay, against the elites. As leaders, we gotta call it out and be like, nah, this is a bug out nigga. They using him for psyops, okay, and he's still on the other side, man. Just because he make 1 or 2 points, like, nah, that nigga is not thorough in the spirit. He doesn't have the same agenda we have, man. We judge him by the standard of the scriptures, man, not by oohs and ahs on the comment board, man.
Hey, if I may add, laying back and off, we were saying with that what is his name, Alex Jones.
Yep.
How they trying to basically use him. The brother, one of the brothers on the camp was talking to me about it this morning. Basically trying to use him as a way to shut down free speech. But we understand, man. For Esau to give him that platform, those different platforms that he give them, man, they all set up, man. If they still walking, talking, and breathing, they are set up, man. But we got to be able to have that discernment, like you said, to know what it is and what it ain't, man. And we got to warn the sheep. Like, look, hey, they say some good things, but like you say, we have to judge them according to the scriptures, man. Not off of what we feel they saying is right, or what they saying we think is right. No, man, let's go about what the Lord said, man.
Right.
And
one more verse. Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Just going back into it, man. Hey, you gotta really put in that work with brothers. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to bring them into the fold. You know, you got to put in that time with them. You know, really, really try them, prove them. You know, because hey, it really ain't no telling, man.
Right. Learn, brothers, man. You know.
And that suffering, cause see that suffering. That's why Jacob's trouble, you know, is gonna prove everything. Like Jacob's trouble gonna prove who's solid. You know, who is here playing. Okay, Jacob's trouble gonna prove everything, man, because it's gonna be through suffering. You really don't know no one until you go through suffering. Like that's why there's a bond, you know, between men, you know, that have suffered together. You know, men that have, you know, been in actual wars together. Okay, men probably on these particular football teams that won championships, and you know, because there was a suffering that they went to together that made them have, you know, this bond. So suffering is really gonna be the test, you know, in the time to see what's what, man, who's solid and who thorough, man. You know.
Come
on. You want to go back to St. John 10, brother?
Come on.
This St. John 10:4, and it says, let me read 3 again. It says, to him the portal opened, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice.
Right. And that's that responsibility, man, and that care for the pastor, man, for the sheep, man, for the flock. You know, you put forth more effort into maintaining the body, the flock, man. You know, and making sure everybody is fed properly, everybody is tended to properly. You know, that's why you call, check up on brothers. You ask brothers how they doing. You know, brothers call you, hey, answer the phone. You missed the call, hey, call them back. Mm-hmm. You know, or shoot them a text message if you can't talk or something. Like, look, what's going on? You know, hey, I just wanted, okay, well, it's important, it's urgent. You see brothers say it's urgent. Hey, you call the brother, man, as soon as you can, man. You know, brothers got questions or need counsel, and you counsel a brother. You listen to a brother, man. Like we always say, sometimes, you know, when a brother call you, it might not even take you to do nothing but just to listen. Yeah. You know, but we have to be mindful of the flock, man. You know, like a greater responsibility. So, hey, we have to just put on as the elect, man. Endure. We can't put ourselves before the body, man. Because that's the same as us putting ourselves before Yahweh Shah, man. And it takes time in this. It takes suffering. You know, because you might have something going on, and it might be it's urgent with the brother. Hey, you got to put off what you got going on to tend to the brother, man. Other brothers, you know. But that was you know, that was the point. We can stop at 5.
Okay, come. This is St. John 10:5. It says, and a stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
Right. And hey, shit, we've been shown, man, by the leadership, man, that we are the men, you know, starting our apostle elders on down. Our brothers up, you know, by their works, man, their faith, man, their commitment to what? Helping us develop a better mindset to get better, to do better, to get better, to do better. Whether it may sound harsh at times or not, but it's still for the benefit of the body, of the nation, the elect of Israel, man. You know? And once you settle in and you think on your method, like, shit, and you apply it, you see the benefits because it's all scriptural, man. Everything that's being said and done, it comes from the spirit of Paul Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The scriptures, man. The example of how to be, you know?
Come on, brother. I got some in 1 Timothy 3:1. You know, if a brother can get that, I just want to read this. And the title, you know, this chapter is Overseers and Deacons, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all leaders, you know, as Israelite men, we're all leaders in some capacity, you know, like I say, whether you're over, you know, thousands of men, hundreds of men, 10, 2, 3, because guess what? Each of those men have a household that they're leaders over. So even if you're just a leader over your household, you're a leader in some capacity, man. You know, and you can't look at it, well, it's just 4 brothers under me. Well, those 4 brothers are leaders of 4 families, you know. So this thing is very vital. You know what we're doing. You really have to take in consideration. You know, but you got it, brother.
You said 1 Timothy chapter 3.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 3:1.
All right. It's 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work.
Yeah, and then we know a bishop, you know, is a high ranking position. Every brother is not a bishop, okay? But every brother is a leader in training, you know. And this text is a good reference point of how we should be, you know, in our day to day. You know, go ahead.
Verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, giving to hospitality, apt to teach.
Yeah, so a bishop, someone that has, you know, their rank within the church, okay, they are given a more strict, okay, guideline to go by because they have so much responsibility, you know. Now, the husband of one wife is not set in stone, but for someone to have such a high office, he would be so occupied in the ministry that he wouldn't have as much free time as other men. Now, you know, if someone's in their position, they're able to maintain, okay, multiple situations, then it is what it is. But the ideal, because the bishop will be so occupied in the ministry, okay, or someone that's of any rank in the ministry be so occupied in the ministry, man, you know, he will be on a much more stricter regimen than everyone else, man. You know, go ahead.
Verse 3. Not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous,
Not covetous, yeah. So not giving the wine, okay, an alcoholic, you know, not having a temper where he just, you know, brawling, not greedy, you know, money, you know, using his rank, okay, to extort money from the people, okay. There's a standard. You see, leaders have the higher, you know, you go in rank, the more strict standard, you know, that's set, you know, because you're setting the standard for so many other people, you know, who are looking. Okay, go ahead.
All right, verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High?
Yeah, so as leaders, if we can't have our household in order, you know, if we can't even rule and, you know, and, we're not going to have the full authority, you know, as we should, you know, we should be able to manage our situation to where it doesn't hinder us in the spirit, man. You know, you late for camp because of argument. You late for camp because, you know, just all this madness and chaos is going on in the household. You can't get to lessons because you come home to chaos. Like, no, we've been given this wisdom. Okay, the scripture say, remember ourselves, men, okay, to start having rule and start managing our situations, man. Because it begins with first us managing ourselves. That's the first obstacle, you know, managing our individual self. Okay, govern our individual self, and then it branches out to governing over households, our household. Okay, and then we can go and govern over the church, man. All right, to whatever capacity or lot that brothers have. You see, so it's all about being a leader in every aspect of our life, man. According to whatever, you know, capacity the Most High has put us in, whatever lot, you know, the Most High has put us in, man. You know, and I got one more, and that's it. Y'all brothers had something else?
I can get mine after you. I got a few more.
Okay, come. I
You want
think
me to
this
read it
is
for you, Doc?
yeah, you get 1 Corinthians 9 and start at 25 and you read all the way to 27.
All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Now I want to get the word temperate in the Greek. Let's see, play.
Strong's G 1467. Ekratuamai. Ekratuamai.
Ekratuamai. Now, when you get that word temperate in the Greek, it means to be self-controlled, to be continent, to exhibit self-government, conduct oneself temporally, man. Okay? So it begins, the first phase is us having self-government over ourselves, man. Okay? And one thing we was taught in this culture was to have no order, no standards. You see, order is lame to niggas, man. Having no standard, niggas get off by saying the most disrespectful things. Jake get off by always having to try to prove a point. Part of our culture in America, especially, was to not to be able to be told anything, man. That spirit of I'm uncheckable. You see? But that's off, man. The way we respond to things, we can't respond, like niggas, man. If we still have same reactions as niggas have, that means, look, we don't understand what's going on. We're not developing, man. We gotta move different, man. Gossiping and not being direct with brothers, man. Holding things in and being secretly mad, and we gotta get over those things, man, and really develop and have a self-government over ourselves, man. Mad at brothers because they do things different, and we gotta get over all that, man. Because how can we lead the people if we still got pettiness, amongst the body, man? And that's what the Apostle Paul was like. Look, y'all taking each other to trial. You see? Like y'all having these little disputes, and you taking brothers to the court, and like you gotta judge these things, certain things that we should be able to handle amongst ourselves, through counsel, man. You keep reading, brother.
I got you a precept too to back you out real quick.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teaches temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life.
And let's get that word fortitude. A brother can put that on the comment board, the definition for fortitude. Okay? Because those are attributes of wisdom, to have temperance, man, to know when to fall back, okay, to know when you're doing too much, man, okay, to be balanced, know when you're not doing enough, okay. That temperance, man, having self-government is a major power over this beast system, and that's why, the Lord gonna put the spirit, like that spirit of the elect, not to take the charisma, is gonna be, through a heavy spirit of temperance, man, of self-control. Like, look, we gonna lose things. We finna lose. It's all good though, man. And that word fortitude, is gonna play a major part too. In the time that you got the definition, brother.
I got the definition for you.
Yeah, let's get that definition of fortitude.
This is the online etymology dictionary of fortitude. It's a noun. Late 14th century, moral strength, courage, strength, force, firmness, manliness, strong, brave, physical strength. That's it.
And you see, it talks about, morals. That was the first thing, pretty much a standard. Okay. And it pretty much goes into what? Being unmovable. Because you go into the men that Ezra seen getting the crown, what it said they stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Okay? That's fortitude. Those are the men that showcase fortitude, you know, and fortitude is bred through patience and temperance, man. Okay. Then the brother got this one he put up. This is brother Bayan Yashala. All right. It said fortitude. It says courage in pain or adversity, man. Okay. And that's what we're coming into. And all you look at all the men, okay, they have legacies amongst our people, you know, going back to King David, you know, Joseph. They all had courage, all right, in pain or adversity, man. Okay. When Israel needed a leader, they stepped up. Okay. You go to Mattathias, you know, going to the Maccabean revolt. Well, he stood up to an empire, man. You know, you gotta understand, our people were standing up to empires based off faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay, and it always took one man to begin a movement that led to our people to start dominating the heathen, man. Okay, because that one act when Mattathias slew that nigga who had sacrificed that swine on the altar, then he slew them Greek officers, man. Okay, that led to the Hasmonean dynasty, man. Okay, King David slaying Goliath led Israel to being a superpower in the earth, man. Okay, but they showed fortitude. When Israel needed a leader, they stepped up with all faith, man. And each brother is going to be in circumstances where we're going to have to be a leader amongst the people we're around, man. You know, that's allotted for salvation, man. And we're going to have to show that fortitude and step up, man. You know? You got it, bro.
That was it on that.
I got a quick precept. Well, I got two quick precepts.
You
got
got
start off with this Proverbs 2:11. It says, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. And you go into that word discretion, it means moral discernment, man. Having morals, being able to discern right and wrong with situations, man. You know, and we know we gotta stick to this truth until the end, man. No matter what fears or whatever might come before us, man. Like we said, we're going into be able to stand up, man, for righteousness' sake, man. You know, even if it means facing death, man. The scriptures prepare us for all these things if we truly study to show ourselves approved and truly have faith in Yahweh Shah. This is my second one. This is Ecclesiastes 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know, and we have to have faith in that, man. No matter what we go through, whatever's put in front of us, the Lord has us. We just have to work. We just have to work. That's it. You know?
Come on, brother. You go back to that 1 Corinthians, bro. That's all I got on that.
Back in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 on verse 26.
Yep.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
Yeah, not as one that beateth the air, because you know, you get to the point of leaders, you gotta make moves, and each move needs to have a purpose, man. You're not just out here randomly going to camp. Okay, why are you going to camp? Why are you putting up, you know, your weekly videos? Okay, why are you studying and researching? Like, we have to move with a purpose, man. Okay, if you're dealing with younger brothers, you should have a purpose for the younger brothers that just coming in to the faith. Like, you should have a mindset to develop him, man. Okay, he know that he an Israelite, so now he's part of, you know, a frat club. No, man, we should be having a purpose on how we move. Everything we do should be based on a purpose. Like, you expect a particular outcome, man. We not here for uncertainty, man. Okay, you here for the victory, man. You see, you got it, brother.
Verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that be in me, lest that be any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Yo, so it becomes first with bringing our own body into subjection, man. Okay, because this flesh and this society was bred to wild out, was bred to run itself raggedy, man. Okay, pretty much run itself to death, and that's why you see, a lot of people in this society that have no standard. They're pretty much have ran themselves into the ground. Like I'm looking at Jake at work. A lot of them that live that party life, and a lot of us started working at the job at the same time. But you look at the difference. Jake just has no standard. Their body is not into subjection. You know, they're governed by the lust. Okay, and you see what they're destroying themselves, man. So if we preaching this word and we teaching and bringing out precepts, but we don't even have our own body in subjection, we don't even have us in subjection. You be a castaway. You did all this preaching, but you're deteriorating when the camera go off, man. You're not even a leader of your own body. So there's leadership at every level. That each Israelite man, has to step into and own it, man. But that was it, bro. Unless y'all had some more.
I got one more precept.
Okay, come. What you got? I'll bring it out. Break it down.
Ecclesiasticus 5 and 17.
Come. I have to get it here. You said 5 and 17.
Well, you start at 14. 5 and 17. We get straight to the point. 5 and 17.
Okay, come. Hold on. All right, it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse. Talking about Ecclesiastes in the Bible or Sirach?
Sirach.
All right.
Ecclesiasticus, I said Ecclesiastes.
You said 5 and what now?
17.
You don't go to 17. You must.
It's Sirach 5 and 17.
Yeah, I'm there. It goes to 15 in Sirach, I'm thinking.
No, it's Sirach, you right up. Sirach 6 and 17. That's my fault.
Okay. Come. Damn, bro, you can. Have me out there like that. I'm sweating. I'm like, damn, I'm tripping. You gonna start at 14?
I'm looking at that right here, but I like how it's cut on the page.
You gonna start at 14 though, bro?
Yeah, we can start it. I was going up 14.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 14. It says, "A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such as one have found a treasure."
Right, and that's how we have to be with one another, man. Faithful friends, man. Because what Yahweh Shah told, I no longer call you disciples, but friends, man. So we got to put on that same mindset as Yahweh Shah. That's why it's good to read, to go back over accounts. It's been a while since you read in Matthew, Luke, John, and Mark. And go back over to develop. That helps develop and keep that mindset of how Yahweh Shah move fresh, man, and sharp. So we have to look at each brother. Hey, shit, let me get this brother right. Let's make sure we stay right. And that brother, same thing. Man. It's supposed to be a revolving circle, man. Hey, make sure this brother right. Make sure that brother right. And we all supposed to have that mindset of keeping one another right, man. Keeping one another sharp, man. No point. You keep going up unless you have something you want to say.
No, I'm gonna keep reading, bro. Come on. Verse 15, Sirach 6 and 15. It says, "Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable."
Right. Hey, there's nothing compared to the men of the Lord, man. When we come together, no matter what it is, nothing compare. Lord, when we up there late, it's nothing that's worth more than the brother, man. Because we got to look at each brother as Yahweh Shah, man. And we have those times where you fuck up and you might say the wrong thing, but the scriptures tell us how to deal with that. You go to your brother, you apologize, or brother thing, you go to your brother, and y'all work it out, man. The scriptures have everything that we need to be a full developed nation, man. Leaders. We just have to apply them, man. And pray for more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, for more guidance, for more edification, being a better leader, or being a better leader of yourself. Having more discernment, having more control over your flesh, man, with the spirit the Lord is giving you, man. You got it, bro.
Verse 16, a faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Right, because not forget the movie with Morgan Freeman. What is it called? Lean on me. No, hey, we have to lean on the brotherhood, man. The brothers, man, who move in the spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. The medicine of life. You should be able to go to your brother, man. You know, for whatever it may be, man. You know, understanding, counsel, you know, help with something, you know, guidance, whatever it may be. We're supposed to be able to go come to one another, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Verse 17 said, whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he, so shall his neighbor be also.
Right, and that's the mindset, regardless of your position, you being a head or whatever. You're supposed to be having that same mindset to develop the man up under you. And that man's supposed to have the same mindset developing the man up under him and keep going, man. That's how we stay on one accord, man. You know? Make sure everybody, hey, scriptures also tell us what, hey, you treat a man how you treat your neighbor how you want to be treated, man. You know? So it's all full circle, man. You know?
And I just want to add, when you read that last part, it says, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. And you look at, you know, starting with our apostles and elders, all right, deal with Elder Apostle Har. You know, look how many scholars and historians Apostle Har has bred. You know, he wanted brothers to be just like him. You know, Apostle Gabar, how he goes into words, you know. And then you look at the diligence, because really that going live every day, like those Apostle Ariam live, who really was doing it before, way before it was a decree, you know, before Apostle Hart was saying going live, like Apostle Ariam live was doing that every day, you know. And now look how many brothers do that every day, you know, based off our apostles and elders, man. Apostle Kai, you know, is big on prayer. Okay. So you look at our apostles, pretty much, they develop brothers into what they are as they're being, you know, molded and developed by Yahweh Shai, you know. And you see that's what's happening amongst the body is you have men, Israelite men developing other Israelite men as leaders, man. All right. Coming to the times that we're coming into, man. Okay. Y'all brothers had anything else?
No, that was it for me.
All right. Well, you know, or will, you know, you brothers. Okay. And you few sisters were edified once again. We're gonna give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, you know, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully. Shalom, DTA, and Bible Ball.
Shalom, DTA, Ball.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Shalom,